Oh, I had no idea I started this video. I had no idea. So the first thing is I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to see who's on. I'm going to go to StreamYard. I don't even like to do this. I don't even like to be playing, like doing all these things. Who's on, you know, here, there. I have to go check now. Odyssey. Oy, goy, oy, oy, oy. You know, when I go check these things out, I forget what's on my mind. What's on your mind? That's a song. We should be playing that song. In fact, all the songs that are out there, before I go into checking who's on, but all the songs that have ever been played. This is for arts and entertainment. And with arts and entertainment, my art for entertaining is within the truth that has been held over centuries. And it's what has been repeated, what has been said, what is an answer to a question, and what is an obligation answer to a question based on certain mathematics. Like, for instance, 8 times 5 equals 2. And how do we get there? Do I mark down 5 8s? Or do I mark down 8 5s? Is it the same 8 5s, 5 8s? 8 5s, 5 8s, 5 8ths of a mile? 8/5 of a mile? This guy, what's his name? No, that's not him. That's not him. Oh, when she's flowing. David Wynn Miller, this guy over here. If you want to see anything, we're going to take his page down over here. And you can listen to any of the first 18 minutes. Where am I? Where am I? I know I'm going to lose what I'm saying. Let me put this here. Listen to this guy, and what he's doing, I'm doing inside of what he's doing. I'm giving it a skeleton form. I'm still in the skeleton form. This wind seems to be broadening it out. And when I say, hold on a second. I'm live on YouTube and they just heard you. Well, I just got warned that there's a wedding and I better be there. With that kind of warning, oh boy, I got to be at a wedding. Holy, okay. So this win, he's taking what is a word, finding out whether it's a noun, a verb, an adverb. And when you put 2 verbs together, you can't put 2 verbs together, so one verb becomes the adverb of the verb. But is it the first verb that's put for the second? And he says he turns the word around. But I also turn the word inside out. I find the polarity of the word. And you know what I want to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm removing it all. I'm removing it all. I'm putting it somewhere else. I'm going to start this game on 6. That's the cube standing up. So it goes 6 standing up cube, and it goes 7, 8, 9, 1. So the face and the ass of these cubes are facing each other here and here, but they're facing each other this way. I don't know why. I can turn them around and they'll still be facing each other. Take a look. I'm turning. Oh my God, what just happened? What just happened? Hold on a second. Let's take a look at this. The 1 is on the right. The 6 is on the left. I go abracadabra. The 6 is on the left. The 1 is on the right. Abracadabra, 180. Hold on a second. The 6 is here. The 6 is here. I turn them both around equally. But what if I turn it halfway? We have 4 and 3 DC. I turn it again. I got 6 and 1, 4 and 3, 6 and 1, 4 and 3. And up and down, I have 5 and 2, 2 and 5. It's automatic. It's automatic. The cube. And today I was inside of, it was like, what do you call it? You put it over the top, like a chuppah. What is the reason for the chuppah? It's like a little hut, right? When you get married, chuppah. Don't forget some of the words that we hear, like I've heard these Hebrew words, and in these Hebrew words, the letters they use for it, they're already telling you an answer in creation through the word because of the letters they choose to put in the positions that they are in. Although I cannot explain to you the complete, I'm still working also myself with the skeleton of a letter. Like for CC, I can use it for credit card. I can use it for the command and the creation of the Christ, which is when you put two elements together, 1 and 1, two different elements, 1 and 1 comes together. You got two elements. And when you put them together, 1 times 1 equals to 1. And 1 and 2 equals to 3. So your 11 of 1 and 1, of what you see is 1 and 1, equaling to 3. So it was 11, went down to 3. 11 is K. 3 is CCK. Now I have to match it up. Where can I match it up? I'm going to match it up in the game of pool because the 3 ball is red and the 11 ball is a stripe red. So now we have stripes and solid. We now have SS, can also be reflected as 55. Now I have to go back and see. So it's now I'm in the game of pool. All of a sudden that equation has to be remembered to be on the pole. But I think it is on the pole of 2, 4, 6, and 8. It's on the pole of 2, 4, 6, and 8. Why? Wow. It has to be on the pole of 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay, but listen, because when you're dividing 147 by 3, when you're dividing by 3, okay, when you divide 147 by 3, you get 0, 3, 3, 3, 1, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3. When you're dividing by 3, 2, 5, and 8, you get 0, 6, 6, 6, 1, 6, 6, 6, 2, 6, 6, 6. Should we be counting this 0 as the 10 position? Should we bring the 10th position at the 7th gate, Q? There's a reason for it being 1 and 7. I'm just got to remember if I can figure it out again. And it's not because we're not going to get into that. So what you see what happens now when you divide 3 by 3, it becomes wholesome. So it becomes wholesome and it becomes wholesome. So can we reflect that it is 6 and 9, both 3, 6, and 9, that will 3 will get 1, 6 will get 2. So 3 will get 5 and 4. And let me see, I'm looking at my camera. And 6 will get 8 and 7. And 9, okay, 9 will get both 47 and 58. Did I do that right? Let me see. No, it'll get both 78 and 45. It'll get both 78 and 45. It gets both of them. 9 gets both of them. Here they get them separated. Here it is within the sun of the gateway of Jesus in Pluto. This is, although the letters H and E, as either it's in she or in he, I need to explain it. I'm not really sure which way to go with this. Its creation is number 53, which is the flow of electric company. It's also a sign of where 65 is. Now, although your 65 is what begins what is 11. And to note that 7 white and 3 are all 65 or 56. 56, 65, 65. 7 come 11. White come 11. 3 comes 7, 11. the dice cube is all about what is 3 come 7, 11. Because when I put you the ass face together, which is this, the face of a cube coming off of the calculator, okay, right over here, there's 9 areas on this calculator. 147 is right over here. 147 is right over here. So if we want to know which house they are, they're in the house of creation of the Son, the command, the creation of the Christ, number 33. Now, the best way to come to 33 would be 26 and 7 is one way to 33. It's also its way to 34 DC. It's both 33 and 34. I'm going to explain this. Okay, now I jumped off a little track. I'm going to go and show you. I run what's on the calculator because this is the face of this, or an exchange for Rubik's Cube if you prefer. So this is a 9 face. This is a 9 face. This is in one piece, and this is in broken up pieces. If there were 6 sides and this was number 7, 6 by 7 is 42. If there were 6 sides to this one and this was a complete cube, it would be 48. If there were 6 sides, this would be number 54, and 9 equals to 54, which is all the faces of the cube, and also to the numeric value of the Son, and 2 times 27 reverse alphabet also equals to that. And that's the beta gates. Remember, when you split the house this way, these are the corners. There's no passing in the corners. You have to go this way, this way, this way, and out this way, leaving this heart on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you want me? I'm going to explain to you very, very quick. How can I explain it? 2, 3, 6 come together. 4, 7, 9 come together. You're missing 1 and 9. Well, here it is. 1 and 9 come together. The rest are voids. We can look at it again. We can have 4, 7, 8, 9. Let me hold on a second. Which way was this? We can have 8, 9, and 6 come together. 8, 9, and 6 come together. Let me see if I got that right. 8, 9, 8, 9, and 6 come together. And these two are empty spaces over here. And then these come together. And then you match the cube up over here. So these are my tools. These are my tools. 1, 4, 7. 1 to 4 is 3. 4 to 7 is 3. 2 to 5 is 3. So up and down is 33. Crossing over is 1, 1, 1, 1. So that's where I get this rules and regulations. So we all know that in 3, 6, and 9, it gulfs up everything. Whether it makes it bigger or whether it makes it smaller, it fits in. 1 fits into all 6s and 3s. Where 3 6s fits into everything. To where 3 does not fit into 1. Oh, I'm sorry, the division of. Now I came up with a new equation, is where now what I did is I divided the reverse. Where is this reverse? Instead of just doing dividing by 3s, I now went to divide by 6s. So I went 1 divided by 6 equals to 1.66. 4 divided by 6, 4 divided by 6 equals 666. And 7 divided by 6 equals 1.16. So the 1.16 between here and here fit together. It is the pole inside of this. What is all the way around and what is in the center. See, there's 3 of them. So I know right away there's going to be 9 areas. I know there's a center to this. The 666 shift, there's a difference of 500 to this. That's as the halfway point. And there's another thing. The doors are here. 8624 are the doors. You only can split it from a corner. You can't split it from here because you don't walk in through a corner. Things turn, augers turn through corners, usually not through doors. I'm just looking at it that way because I know only a door can go this way. Yes, an auger can go this way too, okay, within its own. But this is crossing 3 zones. Imagine you cross 3 zones with an auger. You feed 1, 2, 3 houses and feed all the way down. If you're going this way, you're only feeding in your same house. But this way, the feed keeps going on if we're looking at it that way. So I'm looking at the division where 6 divided by 8 is 1.333. Look at number 4 over here. Okay, look. 4 divided by 3 equals 1.333. 4 divided by 3. Remember, this is DC. This is the halfway house. There's only one number in between these two, and they're opposite of each other. So they're not next to each other. They're opposite. And what it is about 3 and 4 is another thing, is that this area over here is 3. This area over here is 5. Here's 3, here's 5. Number 4 goes here. So what is 4 doing? It is a rib in between 3 and 5 in this scenario. And now you can see the way I connected the blocks together. Just give me a second. I am going for a drink of water in the kitchen. And very sore. Oh my God. And you want to take a look at the ceiling, or maybe let me put you on one of these banners over here. I want to show you something. First of all, on that, I like to put on this one. I like that. Is this an overlay? Yeah, in this one over here, it says number 52 over here, television set. Okay, and there's a pylon. Monopoly cards inverted, my apartment. By some crazy chance, I had a book, and I had made a design on a crop circle, and I had a book. And somehow they put my book, okay, underneath this crop circle, and that's what the image came out. The book was not there. Where you see the gems were not there. They were not there. And everything that you see in there is something I did on their picture, and they put everything together. Just give me a minute, getting something to drink. Okay, coming back. Coming back. So we're going to take this off. I'm going to go over to Odyssey for a minute. It says Podyssey, but okay, got to look up where are my uploads. Wow, why is it not showing my picture? Wow, why am I let me see, go live. Let me see. Okay, wow, it's showing. Why is my camera like that? Wow. Let's see me fix this. Okay, it says 2 watching, but it always says that. Let me see. Let me see. Oh boy, where? Okay. Okay, it looks like nobody's watching anywhere. Let me see. No, not here. It says 1 watching, but I guess that's me, right? So, yeah. Okay, so it'll probably be me showing up or whatever. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Well, it does, but it doesn't. So I'm going to get back to how these numbers come together. And you know what? I know I talk a little bit about myself, and I don't know if I'm compelled to, or you have to understand that this whole thing is real, where it comes from. But it's how numbers come together. We're going to use numbers for everything, for calculations. Would you like to know where numbers come from? How did they figure out that 2 gallons? It's easy. Once you got 2 gallons, you can call it anything you want, but it comes from a calculation, right? You can say 2 gallons is 900 gallons, but how do you calculate the price, and how do we, everything is I'm trying. So anyways, I get to where the numbers are, and I do a balance more on the alphabet. What I was given as a child, what the children of creation were given is we have to have a base coming into this world. If there's going to be any chance in hell that we're going to live a life of Riley, flirtily in the bed of 99 or 918, which is in the birth in the spirit house of 420, Venus, time, heaven, creation. Where do the words come from that I speak? Why do I choose these letters? And the letters and words and numbers have to match and had to be used somewhere over time. And I just reuse them, but put the math to it so it's better understood. And once we put the math to it, we start finding other words that have the same mathematical result. Let's see if we can get the verb, the adverb, the noun, and the periods and the commas in this that will stop and go to create a situation that is already happening somewhere, whether it's in a sport, whether it's the size of a planet, whether it's the minutes, the hours, the seconds, the hundreds of seconds that are in a minute, calculated based on, hey, do they do it already in the Olympics? The Olympic rings, since it's one set of rings and it's every 4 years like the leap year, maybe there's more rings, different kinds of rings, one less ring because it happens in the leap year. Maybe there's one less ring or one more ring, and all the other 3 years were only 3 rings. And because we didn't get to the other side, we didn't have to have the Olympics between the countries. Because what are the countries? Forget about the countries, but let's look at the continents. What is a continent? What does it mean, content? What does it mean, co? Why does it begin with a C that means created from 1 and 1? Putting 1 and 1 together mathematically creates the addition and the multiplication to create the star system through what is an X and a plus sign. Whether and Jesus is walking on an angle in where the what was a plus sign is now the multiple sign, because the book is now being held up this way. When the book is opened, it's opening to one side. Even when we start life, if the book was to one side, it cannot. The book is here, and then it opens to one side. I can't even put my hand that way. It opens to one side. Just thinking. So I'm just going to show you the mathematics that go with this. And what I did is, in the first time, I went everything divided by 3. In the second time, I went 147 divided by 6, 258 divided by 6. See, when I get 258 divided by 6, see what I get, the 8 over here? I don't really know what it means when the 8 is first. I know, okay, I know that it's after 7.5 or 7.4, and I know it's less than 99 because I want to work from 90, or let's say we work from 100. So the 99 group is 100 to 90. Then to 80 to 70 to 60, counting down. And I believe we're counting down in 2 different houses. I'm not sure where to go with this with the countdown, maybe on this page over here. What I mean, if I'm counting down from 100 down to 90, I would have to be counting from 0 over to 10. And then to 80, I would have to be counting to 20. And then to 70, and then to 30, and to 60, and to 40, and to 50, 50. And then this 9, 1, 8, 2, 7, 3, 6, 4, 5, 5 come together. How can I mathematically find what this is? See this 1928? This is the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 16, 15, 14th Fibonacci binary code. Ra, spirit, cycle, birth in the sun. On the 14th, NA, AD, DNA, right over here. I'm just switching over to where I was. Yeah, so I'm going to just finish with this. And then when I divided it by 9, right, 369 divided by 9, like here, 1 divided by 9 equals 111. Let me, where should I do this? Yeah, let me do it here. 1 divided by 9, 4, 7. The 4 divided by 9 equals 111, 444, and then 7 divided by 9 equals 2, 777. So what did they do? They tripled themselves up, but in the point form. So then you go 258. So 2 divided by 9, 222, 555, 888. So that's the basic new equation. So you can continue on that 1 and 1 is 2, and 1, 1, 1 is 3, 4 and 4 is 8, 1 and 1 equals 2, and 1 equals to 3. If you want to do it this route for the 4 numbers, 3 numbers plus the answer is the 4th number, all of them together, just like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 10J. So 10 is your final number, and it only took 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you multiplied it, it equaled to the gateway, 24, 1. 6 and 1, 8 and 1. Gateway of Ra into the house planet. $25, 920. Divided by 90. Well, no. 25, 920 divided by 45. 576 times 45. 25, 920. 57, 60. Why don't we try this? Where 144, 144, and 144, and 144 all come together. This would be 288. This would be 432, and this would be 576. This is the year 2000. This is 1440 years before, so it'd be 560. And this would be 1440 years before, equals 880. And this will be equals 2320, and about the time of Moses or Abraham, whatever you want to call it. 2300 years BC, and this would be AD. And this is all based on 4 and 4, so you're still going to get the same 288. And when you go 144, you're going to get 333 on C. And then 144 is going to be 477 on D. A, B, C, D. And this is 1440 minutes in a day. Ship ahoy, the mule, donkey, voyage. Teach, TH, teach. It happens between 4th and 19th and 20th. AB. Does anybody follow any of this? I know we're only one person on here. Let me see. Nobody said anything. Okay. I'm missing a check over here on Okay, we're 3 watching. So if anybody's on Odyssey, want to say something, if you don't understand what's going on, where I'm going with all of this, I'm going to put my face up and try to slow myself down, and it's not easy. Well, actually, it is easy. It's a little frustrating to stop yourself. And one of the reasons it's so frustrating to stop yourself is because you forget where you were. And so, Rosito, if you want to understand where I am, try and ask me a question. What's going on? What I do, if you don't know, if you've never watched this before, okay, whatever happened, this is 17 years ago. Okay, 17 years ago, from knowing nothing to not interested in painting to not trying to figure out. All my life, I wanted to know, how in the world can every person in this world have a connection with God? How can everybody have a connection with God? And all my life for 40 years, till all of a sudden I started to see things, skeletons, pieces, and I just kept collecting. All it says is stay sane and keep collecting. While everybody's trying to stop me, I just collected information. And then words were, when I say the word we, am I talking about me and you? Perhaps. But the French word for we is yes, which is a confirmation. That is the basic understanding of what is the skeleton of that word, pending in the phrase. And, in the phrase it's used. So whoever said all this stuff where it's used in school and they start explaining and breaking down words is because there's so much more to it. They only gave us the skeleton of it. Even numbers. I take 2 numbers, I draw one number over the other, it tells me something else. So by doing that, like Mars is number 51. I take the basic position of the alphabet of the letters. M is the 13th letter, A is the first letter, R is the 18th letter, and S is the 19th letter. Now, S is funny because it's, as the 19th letter, it falls on the second side of what the cube is. The cube can't go any further than 1 and 8. This goes to 1 and 9. 9 talks about the face of the cube. Okay, now I know it's still going to sound a little backwards to you, but the face of the cube of 9 is right here on the calculator. There are 9. So I use that, the base for the cube. When I look at the base of the cube, every single one of these faces has a possibility to have 9 dots blackened in, but they only blacken in for the number of sides there are. And we can tell there's an upper and a lower. And if I turn it this way, you can say there's 2 sides. So those can all fill in, and there can be a total of 8. And therefore, turning it around makes this 9. So I all of a sudden know this is 9. And then all of a sudden, I got a Rubik's Cube in my hand. And oh my God, there's 9 of these on every side. There are 6 sides. There must be 54 cubes on Rubik's Cube. 6 sides, 9 per face, 6 sides, 54. Should I go on with this? I have to write this down so you can follow me. I'll continue at Rubik's Cube, but I just want to. So I went ahead. So what I'm doing right now, what I'm talking about right now with the, hold on a second, with the 144 is because in a day is 1,440 minutes. I need to match things up. And they have to look, and they have to go along with words that are spoken, mathematics that can connect to the words. What is a word that can be a word that is only 1 syllable? Otherwise, it's 2 syllables. Now I can separate them apart. So if the value of the word was over 100, I can bring it under 100. And not only that, I can change the letters. For everybody in this world, I believe in the English alphabet, there's 26 letters. But for me, there's 13 and 13, and even less than that. Okay? Because half the letters in the alphabet are red, and the other half are black. If I base it on the roulette table. And now if I base it on numbers, okay, there are only 9 letters in the alphabet. 9 houses of letters. JAS, all into 1 box. BKT, all into 2 box. CLU, clue, all in the 3 box. D, MV, Department of Motor Vehicles, all in the 4 box. I do know on a dice cube, the 3 is opposite of the 4, therefore I can use the clue and the DMV, the Department of Motor Vehicles, and the clue. Okay, I know they're polarities of each other. I know because I divide things, I use, let me take this off. I use equations. I create equations that anybody can use at any time, anywhere, for the same scenario, so I can bring things closer together. So if we want to go to Rubik's for one second, then I'll go back with my story, and I think you've left here, right? Is that right? You're gone. So anyways, here it is. There's 6 sides to Rubik's. Okay, and there's a 9 face. So you would figure there are 54 cubes, and every cube has a 6 face. So you would figure there was 325 cubes. 1 second, I got a message I need to check. Did you see that? I'm live on YouTube and they just heard you. Okay, so with 54 cubes, we get 324. And for those who have never seen this before, 18 by 18 equals 324. It's noted to be high, and it's also 1/2 of 36 numbers. What is 36? Well, if you want, we're basing everything on 363, which means we go halfway around and halfway around. I'm not really which way you want to go around, but for me, that's good enough. And then we have this empty spot and this empty spot over here to create this icicle. I don't want to talk about this. This is just something that goes along with this. But in this, once you're doing this, you have to understand what this is. I don't want to get into that either. I want to continue with the numbers. But the reality is there's only hold on a second. I got to lower that radio. Right. So having the 6 sides of Rubik's Cube with 9 per face, and every face is a single cube on Rubik's Cube, is 324 faces. And on every single face, right, are numbers. On every single face are numbers. Or if you want to go, there's 54 cubes, right? There's 54 cubes, and every single cube, okay, has 9 per face. Did we do that? We did another 9 per face. Let me see if I did this right. 6 sides of Rubik's, okay, of 9. That's 54 cubes. 54 cubes, and every cube has 6 faces. And every face has 9. So that's 6 and 3s. 9 by 2 is 18, 9, 20, 21. And this is 2. 9 by 3, 27. 29, 16, if I got that right. Did I get that right? Let me see. 54 cubes times 6 faces times 9 per face. 29, 16. The spirit. Okay, now there's 2 houses. There's we're going to go AF, in which you go AE and BF. What is this? This is the ass to the face. This is 1 before. We can only use either these 2 or these 2, 26 or 51. 51 is also noted to be 91. 5 lives in 1 when 2 and 6 come up. It's the doghouse. Anyways, there's 2,916 positions. But of the 2,916 positions, okay, when you have 324 cubes, you can only have 21 dots on those cubes. So 21 times 324 equals to 6804 dots. And 324 faces. Did I get that right? I'm trying to figure out if I got that right. No, I need 54 cubes times 6 is 324. 324 sides. 324 sides times 33 equals to 10,692. 69471. Did I get that right? Did I get that right? There's 9 per face. Okay, is 2916. Hold on, 300. There's 54 cubes. Oh my God, there's no one watching. Okay, good, because I have to figure what this is. There's 54 cubes total, and there's 54 cubes with 6 faces equals to 324 faces. And every face has 9 is 2916. Every face has 9. That means there's 54. Okay, so it's got to be 33 and 21 is the way it's got to be done, right? And so instead of 54 cubes, you have 54 times 21 equals 1134. And 54 times 33 equals 1782. I'm trying to figure out what this is. Anyways, I know it's giving me a headache, so let me move on to something else. I'm going to go get a glass of water. It's been 45 minutes. I'm going to get back to where I was over here. And I'm going to skip around because I actually came on here for just to brush up on what I do. And I'm a little bit behind. I made a few pieces today that I thought of. One of them is the weather vane. Okay, it's really funny. You have the rooster and cuck in French at the top of the building with a thing that goes around, and it sits on that weather vane like that, and it spins around it. So you have the rooster sitting on this poker like that, right? And it turning around for the weather, and it's got an arrow on it. It's going to get something to drink. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah. So this was a sort of a complicated piece here. So what this is the Mayan calendar end time is 25,920. And if I go down to here and I go Mayan 25,920. The sacred number 33.333 times 25,920 equals 864, which is equivalent to the diameter of the sun in miles and radius of the moon. 25,920 divided by 24 is 1,080 miles. Okay, but there's more to this. Okay, the precision of the equinox is 360 rotations. 2160, what they don't mention is the diameter of the moon, and it's also 1.5 times the minutes in our day. 8640, right? 8640 is 24 times 60 times 60 is where your 8640 comes from, and those are the seconds in the day, and they don't mention that here either. And if you look at vacuum speed, anything how can I see this? Oh, hold on a second. I'm trying to see if I can. Wow, I can't see the screen here. Yeah, no, we're too close, eh? So maybe if you want to just upload a copy, hold on a second. Yeah, communication is best by a telephone, right, Kat? Let's get off of this for a second. Yeah, so where are we with this? So it won't be good if I open up. Let me see. Can I get this around here? Right. So here's all our 3-3-3s. When they talk about the threes, they're talking about the pole. And the reason they're talking about the pole, okay, is if I look at a dice cube, I take it as 1/3 and 2/3. Okay. When it's 1/3, although there's 6 sides, when there's 1/3, I'm talking about the pole. 2 parts I take away is 1/3, and 4 parts I take away. 2 parts and 4 parts. But a baseball shows me that it's 3 and 3 parts. Just give me a second. Yeah. So, yeah, baseball shows me it's 3 and 3 parts. That if we are going to use 4 parts, just like 4 balls take a walk, and I don't know if I have my baseball here or I left it in the car, but if you have a baseball somewhere, take a look at the way the baseball is made. Take away the way a football is made. Hockey's different. Hockey would represent something because it's all compressed together. A golf ball is different. A tennis ball is different. A soccer ball is different. I believe because of how I match numbers and understanding through sports, that every ball and every game and number of players, rules and regulations and overtimes and penalties up to a certain point, other than a little distortion. 3 out of 4, 1 out of every 4 is going to be a distortion, just like our creation. We started with 4. It was a single block, and then we put 3 blocks around it. And one of the designs for that is we have a single block, and we put 3 blocks around it. You know, single block, and we put 3 blocks around it. So we put 3 blocks around a single block. And then we went ahead and we put another 3 blocks around a single block. In fact, this might have been a hoop. And we all hooked up to the hoop. But you do notice when you hook up one side and you hook up a second side, there's not much left for the third and fourth sides because it takes a corner. A corner takes up 2 sides and 2 sides. Takes up everything. There's only a corner left. And this is going to be the connection of where all the hearts are able to come and connect with each other. And there's a second hoop. And here's a third hoop. 3 hoops. Are you throwing out from the arc? And then on the other one, we're going to have the same thing over here. And if you want, you can just say it's a number C. And the valuation for C is, did I get this right? Is 3 blocks. C is 3 blocks. D is 4 blocks. But they created D by splitting it in half, so I'm not really sure. So now we have these dimensional houses. Can I connect this one and this one, the dimensional houses? And How should I be connecting this one and this one? Hooked up, and we have two sides, and now there's going to be, wait a second, is there a mistake here? This one around this one, this one around this one, this one around this one, and then we have just this one pedestal for everything. But you see 1, 2, 3 to finish this off. You're going to need 8 around 1. But anyways, let's leave that out. So what we came into here is that all the cycles are 313. This 576, and why the 45? Because you only have 2 angles. Okay, actually you have 3 angles: the 45, the 90, and the 180. So I gotta figure out the 25,920 divided by 45 equals to 576. So we have to go 25,920 divided by 90 equals to 288. Where are we? 288 by 90. And we do have to understand that 9 is from inside the house. And the reason it's from inside the house is because the alphabet ends with 8. The first part of the alphabet might end with 13, but the gematria alphabet goes through 6, connects with 7, and then goes 6 through 1. And the connecting gem in the center is 3 and 4, and 3 and 4, or 77. That's the connection between here and here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they overlap. This one never sees 1, 2, and this one never sees 5, 6, 3, and 11. We spoke about this earlier. They're both the red ball in pool. Since pool is 15 balls, add 1 to 15 equals to 120. There's 120, there's 020, and there's 220. I'm only basing this off through one understanding. I could be wrong. Okay, where is the 0 position? Where is the 1 position? Where is the 2 position? The 2 position is all around 1. Where is the 0 position? I have to still understand that. And where does that come from, that kind of equation? It comes from where 1 and 2 equals to 3. It comes from where 1, 4, 7 divided by 3 equals 333, where 258 divided by 3 is 666. And it's always 0, 666, 1, 666, and 2, 666. The 3 of them will add up to what? 3, 6, and 9 in trap. 3, 6, and 9 come out to all holes. So if they come out to all holes, they can envelop these 2, plus their divisions of the same answer. So they all fit into the rest. This is the cycle we run. I know I skipped off of something. This is where we are right now, in the halfway house of the 7th gate in the spirit of 76, inside the division of night and day, inside Pluto. 8, 4, 8, 5 and 6, 11, 5 and 6, 11, 2, 4, 2, the dividing gates between 88, Pegasus. 13 times what is halftime? 2 times this is 25,920. You see, the missing part in here, the 13,000 is 40. The 25,920 is what is 2 times this. This is half the alphabet. Now, although I'm going to go off target where there's 18 numbers in roulette for a half space, it is 13 plus 5 is something plus 13. It's an overlap. Letters M and E, and it represents the sun, Mars, Earth, Mercury, matter, energy, Christ, energy, Jesus, AI, connecting the 2 worlds together. The difference here is 40, which is the blue world, blue for 40. 10, 10, 10, 10. 1 and 9, 10. 2 and 8, 10. 3 and 7, 10. 1 and 9, 10. 2 and 8, 10. 7, 3, 10. 4 and 6, 10. 1 and 9, 10. 7, 3. So there's many ways. There are 4 of them, but you're going to do just different times of 3. First, you're going to do the hexagon this way. Then you're going to do the hexagon this way. And there's different ways to create that. So you see we did this with the arm crossing up and down, here at the belly. Here is this way with the plus sign, and here it's this way with the plus sign. The 2 plus signs, and then we change this. The 2 multiple signs, and then we change that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be 30, 60, 90, 120. And then you can connect them all together if you want. And when you connect them all together, they're 40. So you have 120 plus 40 is 160. But we're not. Just like in baseball, there's 4 balls and there's 3 strikes. The action, 3 and 2. The next pitch will show up at this result. We're not looking at a hit. We're just looking at these results. A walk, a base, a walk on base, or an out. And these 3 fall to null, and these 2 fall to null. Although they'll be marked inside the book. I'm not really sure what they're going to be using for that book. Have to understand all the days, the moons, the years. And just let me get back to finish the last one if there's anything left to write on this. So yes, so we divided. Did I leave the calculator there? So the next one we're going to want to figure out is 180. So we're going to do 25,920 divided by 180 equals to 144. So 144 by 180 equals 25,920. Now what we have to figure out is 135, because that's the halfway point. 25,920 divided by 135 equals to 192. 192 times the halfway point in the sun, which is 135, equals to the same answer. And all these numbers I know because they're all very simple to calculate on one of those things. I'm not a mathematician. I just find anomalies that help me calculate and see things that fit a lot easier. Just like I know 57 is on the moon, and it is the 6 that will connect the 5 with the 7, the male with the female. Remember, the male with the female, right here, right into Mars or right from Mars. So this over here is a scale of time, and the base scale of time is 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and the reverse day. Now, when you're adding them up, right, it becomes 2880 vibration between 1 and 5, or the word can be affirmation. Why affirmation? Because when you say the word C in Spanish, right, standard and poor, 16 and 19, the inverted world of the 7th gate Q, S and P, standards and poor, the 16th and the 19th letters. If you look at it from this side or you look at it from that side, hold on a second. Which side is it? Right there. 91, 19, or 16. So we go, and then it's 2 letters. We're talking about the sun, not like yes or no. See, affirmation, we're talking about Venus, we're talking about the sun. We're talking about the sun in no, because it's 2 letters, right? 2 letters, reverse alphabet. Or in 2 letters, you can be talking about number 18 if we brought it into single digit numbers. 5 and 6, we actually be talking about number 2. And then there's another thing about this, but we're not going to talk about it, which is the cube. If you talked about 2 sides of the cube, and we talked about 2 letters, right? We'd be talking about 16 and 2. 2 letters, 1 and 1, and what's missing would be the 16, so it'd be PB. You follow me with this? Two sides of the cube. Every side of the cube has got 9. 9 and 9 is 18. I only have 2 letters, but unless we count them on both sides. But anyways, that's BP. So let me continue. So now I have the vibration 5760. Does anybody know what that is? Yeah, 5760 is the year 2000. So what we did is I backed up in time. I went all the way up to the year 2320 minus this. Now, if I go back one more time before anything created, right? No, I already went back in time. The next time over here, before this time, I went back 57. If I want to go back another, let me see, 5760. If I want to go, no. 5760, yes, plus 1440 equals to 7200. Oh my God, it's perfect. 7 and 2 is 9. Back to the Venus gates. So we're going to go to 30. I got to put on 1440 here is 3760. Oh my God, that is insane. 3760 to 3760, which is times 0. Do you know what I'm saying? Look, 3760. Whoop, 3760. I got to get a new page for this. You have to understand this. And even all the years after the year from, okay. Okay, I know I'm going to have to go back. $37.60, 0 time. Now we're, whoop, did I do that? I get excited. You know, I want to rush. I don't want to forget. But if I do, I do. I rather do it better. So now what we're going to do, this is BC. Then we're going to take away 1440. Okay. And we're going to go to 20. Let me see this. 3760 minus 1440 equals 2320. 6,080. I'm supposed to count up and down 815 518. Okay, I'm not going to do that. And then minus 1440 equals 880. And minus 1440 equals to 560 after the death. And then plus 1440 equals to, hold on a second. 560 minus 1440 equals to 560 plus 1440 equals to the year 2000. So it started here, okay, and here was the first, and here was the second, and here was the third, and here is the fourth. This is the fourth. Second, from here to here. So this is 0. Although there's a number involved in it, right? It's 0 because I'm going from here to here. It's my starting position. So second, this is third, and this is fourth. And now in the fifth, right, we're into the 20. Let me use 21 because it's easier. 21st year. Now, the thing about being first is we had to start off inside of here, right? When you went from here to here, what year was after this? Because this would be 2341 is what this would have to be. I have to go 21 years back from the beginning, just like I'm going 21 years from the end. From here to here is 1, from here to here is 2, from here to here is 3, from here to here is 4. So I'm starting the 5th. So I need to go back. Should I be going back here? My question to myself, well, let me see. So, or am I starting from here? I go from here to here is 1, from here to here is 2, from here to here is 3. We're starting in the 4th one. We're in the 21st year of the cube.
if we look at it that way. I'm just saying to go backwards one to see where I went to. So did we go from here to here and then we started? This was all preliminary from the poll, and then we started. So we go from here to here. This is, I guess, the time of Abraham, 5,760 years. And then 14 from here to here and here to here and here to here would be 4,320. And then another 1,440 would bring us to the year 57 and 60. And now 5781. 5781, 3 by 19 and 3 by 27. There was an equation before I never mentioned, which was 19s and I9. We can find this in ROTAS. Sator, ROTAS, Sator, Opera, Tenet, Opera. And when I count this line over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 is 10, this becomes 19. When I connect here, this is 6, this is 7, is 13, 18, 27, 28. 2, 7, and 5 is 12, and 5 is 17, and 2 is 19. 1, 28. This, 19. Let me see if I got this again. 6, 13, and 5, 18, and 9, and 10. 28. So you have 19 and 18 and 19. You have 1982. And if I go back just a little bit into this, I get this one over here. There's another place I get this. This is the birth from the son of Venus and the spirit. Right over here, it's the 14th area of binary code. Just 1 second. I think I might have to take a 1-minute break because my leg is hurting. I'm hoping not to forget any of this, and I usually do. I'm hoping not this time. Let me see if I can go into. There's 4 people watching on and you can also look at this. I have to get something to drink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. Waterworks Electric Company. We don't have any postal service. We need to understand the postal service. Postal service. Postal service. Postal service divides everything. 4 areas. You have, out of all these areas here, 3, 5, 2, 5. So you have 5, and 5 is 10, 6, and 6. You have 3 and 3, 3 and 3, 3 and 2, 3 and 2. Okay, 32 and 33. What is that? 23 and 32. Anyways, we're not going to count that. The trains, 16, 26, 30, 6, 16, 26, 36. So we have to understand this monopoly board. When you go around this board, right, remember, look, it's height. There's height. So that means there needs to be 2 squares. Here it's square, a minimum of 4. This is larger than 4 because this is bigger than 2. I did the thing on it, that the minimum amount of area this takes up here is 88. To go all the way around here in squares, the minimum size is 88. Where this guy is over here, where this board splits, there's a single chip that goes in here. There's 168 hours, 168 squares that go around. And when you take the 168 hours in a week, you get hold on a second. You have 168, right? Sorry, there's 168 hours of 169 when it's 13 by 13, because that's the squares on a Monopoly board, right? And when you're 13 years old, 169 moons have to pass, plus there's 3 extra days for the leaps. 168 is pH, 169 is pi. You put them together, you got phi, phi. Not only that, what happens is 8 and 9 come together by Ra, the house of Venus, the heavens of Venus. This is also 7-8, which is the gateway, to 7-9, which is the birth in the gateway. 1 times 8, 1 plus 8 will create what this is. This is the division between day and night. This is also the house planet. So they created a house out of this planet with a roof and everything. This Rotas Sator, if you notice, it's 10, 10, 10, 10, and this is the cycle birth in the moon. Okay, 1 plus 9 equals. Let me do it one other way. Which other way did I want to come into this? Let me just go get a drink of water. I'm going to come back. I don't know if there's anybody else here. I have to check something and call. Whoa. Whoa. I need to wash them for a minute. Okay, coming back. Coming back. Yeah, so sometimes I talk quick. I go over things fast. I don't see anybody on. And I'm not sure how to focus. Good excuse for saying I don't really know as much as I think I know, but I really think I do. Let me see. There's 4 people on in Odyssey. For some reason, no one ever says a word. And then on Facebook, what's going on Facebook? Let me see over here. It's taking a little breather from myself. I'm going to be on another few minutes. Let me see. Yeah, it won't even let me go to my page. Oh, yeah, here it is. Yeah, okay. I got a nice like. Put a like on there for myself. Okay. So what I'm getting to is that these are the minutes, but how do we match up? Okay, how do we match up with the division of time? And that division of time
match is at what I say 0, 0. So since we're going from 3760, so we need to divide 3760 by our mirror number, which is 4, and we would get 940. So that 940 is relevant. 49 is the word 8. 94 is for Uranus, which is the sun vey, part of what is the low vey. Although many people just say, hey, you're making that up. It's not what I'm making up. It's what's the words that go with the word Uranus. Just like rat sun goes with Saturn. So we take away 940. So we're going to go to 940 away from this. So 3760 minus 940 equals to 2820. 2820 minus 940 equals to 1880, which is 940, which is 0, which is 940, which is 1880. And now we've got a problem because now we're only missing 200. And no, I'm not even missing 200. And what I'm missing 120 is what I'm missing. So is there another 120? So 5760 divided by 120, does it work? 48 times 48. So I would be working in increments of 120, which is ironic because 1 to 15 equals to that 120, which 1 to 5 equals to that 15. Is there any other way to equal to 15? 4, 5, and 6 equals to 15. And there's a mathematical equation where the whole board equals to 15. I think that's in, let me see if I can find it on here. Everything equals to 15. Square, something square. A hand trick, squares and roots in math is fun. Rotas square? Rotas square. No.
Here are the listings for Rotas Square near Belo Horizonte.
No, I don't think that's the one. But there's a rotation of numbers that most of us see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But we can also go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. And then we can go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2. If we did this, 4, 5, 6, this would be 9, 18, 18, 12, 18, 15, and this would be 18. This one would be 6, 15, 24, 18, 15, 12. And this one would be 12, 21, 12, 12, 15, 12, 18. So that's pretty funny, eh? 3, 3, 3s and all dividing by 3s. But there is some scenario that we get all 15s. I don't remember what it is. So anyways, by doing this, what I did, this is showing us that this is also 2 minutes. So that we have to work it based on our clock as well. Everything has to work on our clock. The other thing is what if it was divided by 3s? 3760 divided by, let's say, 30, right? 3760 divided by 30, is that right? No. 3760 divided by 20. Yeah, 188. 188 and 288. Okay, I'm not going to get into that. I want to see where I am. Nobody's on. I'm a little bit tired, so I want to get into what this is. This was just something I came up with
15 years ago, and it was just only my own personal timeline to 1963, where in the year 888, they say the beast was released from 1,000 years from lockdown to 1888, and then another 75 years for passage in the moon equals to 1963. 4 years of the learning period of 10 is what it takes, and then 33 years the command and the creation of the Christ, okay, to match up with the new time. So he matches up with the new time in the year 2000. Then we come into all these different numbers where you're coming into the differences of numbers. In 2001, in the 9th month, it's your first birthday. Not in 2000, but in 2001. Because in 2000 would be the end cycle. When you begin 2000, it ends. Here would be I'm just trying to think between 0 and 1. Why is there nothing between 0 and 1? Trying to figure out, maybe that's the leap year and the birth comes within that year, but the birth can't come at the beginning of the year because you can't have a child in January. You only can have a child in September, and the new year for the Hebrew moon is in September, right? The 7th month. 2005 is the E world, the birth. Here's where D fits in. A, B, C, D, the cube 1020 is location, and the location comes with the bat and the bar. And then in 2013, 12 is the bat for the woman, the bar for the man, the king and the queen. We have a sweet 16 at 16. We stand on 17. We come legal age at 18. We have the man spirit at 90. We have perfect vision at 2020, which is also noted to be what is 8 and 210 to 4 and 610 to 7 and 310 to 1 and 910 2020. We have 2021, and then we have TV 5G. These are the 20T, 22V, the reverse alphabet. And then we have 2023 and 2024, which is because of the cube, it's a polarity. It switches over on each other. It's a DC polarity. 27, 27, it switches over. Grover Cleveland on the lamppost was the same thing. And in 2025, okay, it's the Fox Pass. But everything ends on the year mentioned. When you celebrate 2023, it's over. When you celebrate 2024, it's over. So the minute we hit this, we begin the inside inversion to the 180 degrees that's on the cube between 3 and 4. Only 2 numbers in a row that are opposite of 3 and 4. All the other ones are next to each other, 4, 5, and 6. And then 4 flips to 3. When you multiply 10 by 3, it's 30, but you only get to use 9 and 9. 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10, and then 1 you get to keep. So it's 27 and 1. You need the spirit for each area. For the first house, the second house, the third house, the fourth house. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6 equals to the letters I and R, 9 and 18, or 2 18s. And this is where your 36 gets reduced to 27. And this is your creation. This is your greatest number to what is in between these 2 numbers, which is the Fox Pass at 4.5, 1.5 difference. Just like between 2 and 5, where 3.5 is the center, the 1.5 difference from 2 to 3.5 and 5 to 3.5 is the same thing for this creation over here. And these 2 are only 2 letters, and 9 is in between A and H. 9 is in between A and H. Here's your gateway, your 2 gateways. Well, I'm not sure if we're going to mark it that way or we're going to mark it to buy if you want. I don't want to mix that up. I have to think about that. It's Guy tie is what I had. It's actually 8. This one is 17, and this one is 27. And it's 9 times 8 and 9 plus 8, created by Ra, spirit in the heavens of Venus, 420. Time, heaven, creation. 28 in creation of 1 and 1. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 1 and 1. I came up with what the value of 13 is, but I don't remember where I lost it. The other thing I wanted to mention, I did this yesterday, but a 5-horse, I used the horses, but if you box 5 numbers in any position without using the number twice, there's 24. Equate the E world to the day. To the torch of the light, there's 144. Count that to the minutes of the day, or the 12 by 12 separating cycle. 7 and 5 separate for what is 12. When you put this, it's separation in the sun, the mirror. Inside of here, I'm not sure really what to say for this, but this is about the area space division of day and night of man, and then 1 and 3 equals to 444, because it's on the other side. So this will be the pole in the heavens. When it's 9, it's the birth. It is our vibration in creation. And the 10 is just a duplicate in our vibration. A, B, C, D comes together where the birth comes together. 19, or 9 and 1. AI, the S is the AI. So adding the 10, the mirror, onto the birth. And that's it for now. There were no questions, but that's okay. Pretty hard to do it that way. All the best. We're going to come together on this. Hopefully I get to put together some good videos. There's a few pieces I didn't mention that I thought were pertinent. I just want to go over one piece maybe to repeat what 27 days in 1 for February, 27 days in 2. Okay, only happens 1 out of 4 years. Venus only happens 1 out of 4 years. This happens every year. This happens every year. There's 30 days in 4 months, but it only happens 4 times in 4. It only happens 4 times in a 12-month period, right? But if we were talking about moons, right? The inverted moon, I didn't do the moon inversion yet. Okay, the moon inversion. Anyways, this is 30 days in a month. This is 31. This number 4 happens 7 times per year. So let me mark this down. This will happen 7 times, and then 3 cycles equals 21, and then 1 more cycle to connect. And then this one will happen 4 times 3 cycles equals to 12, and then it'll happen 4 more times for a total of 16. So this will be 16, this will be 28. That's the purple world, because the difference is 12, and 12 and 4 equal to 16, and 12 and 4 are the purple ball in pool. So I'm going to use that as Pegasus, the difference between red and white. And not only that, when you use 3 and 4, you're using DC, and that is the halfway house, because it's 0.5 away from the core, and it's the only ones. It's 0.4 not touching. 3.4, 3.4, 3.4, 3.6, 3.4 one side, 3.6 the other side, and then they meet at 3.5. If I put number 3 on both sides of these dice, it would be 3.3, 3.4, or anyways, you know what I'm saying. So then the next one over here, let me see. Let me do it here. It's easier. 27 and 1, 27 and 2, 27 and 3, 27 and 4 equals to 31, equals to 30, equals to 29, equals to 28. This happens in every single month. There are 28 days. Okay, but this is February. But every month is 28 days. Every month. So in a year, there are 13 months with 28 days. There are 13 months with 29 days. Okay, there are 4 months with 30 days. There are 7 months of 31 days. But these are inside of this. So the difference with this one, okay, is going to be 6. And this is going to be A, this is going to be B, this is going to be A, and B will be 9. And here, okay, it's going to be 6A and 9 B. Why? Because 6 and 7 is 13, and 9 and 4 is 13. Wait a second. Why did I say it's 13 when there's only 12 months? Oh my God, I made a mistake. 12. So we have to fix that. Sorry about that. Okay. If it was be the moons, it would be different, but it's not. Wow, I can't believe I just made that mistake. Okay, I do. So it would be 8 and it would be 5. 5 and 7 is 12, 8 and 4 is 12, and it would be 8 and 5. But let's just work on these three. So it'd be 3 years times 7 months, okay, equals 21 months plus 7 months. And then what it would be 7 times 27 equals 189, okay, and then plus 28 equals to 217 days. So it's talking about the cycle in the moon, okay, the spirit in Venus in high rotation, 9-1, 8-9, all of these combinations together at the Beta Gates. Why was it number 27? 7 by 27. Just give me a second. All right, the 27 days. And then the 7 by the 7 times 4 equals to the 28 days, which is the cycle in the moon. And then we get the okay, and then we get this one here. This is times 7. This is times 4. And then the 30 days times 4. Let me just see something. 30 days times 4. So it'll be 27 times 4 equals to 80, and then equals to 28 equals to 108 days. I separated here 420, time, heaven, creation. And did I get that 108 days? 4 by 20. And this, and then 4 by 3 equals to 12 days, plus 12 equals to 120 days. Together, we have 337 days and the 28 days that happen 3 times a year, which is 60 and 24, talking about the day of the passing gate of 66. February, passing gate is 66. Why did I get 24? 3 times what is 28. And then the last one is 29. And 3 by 28 equals to 84. What is Pluto? Noted as what is man? 24 and 28. Starting to get complicated because I'm rushing and I'm tired. So I'm going to stop it right there. And how space, time, and everything just is included if you know the recipe. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video.